From the Schieffer School of Journalism, this is TCU News Now.
Hey, I'm Hannah Coons here with your weekly edition of TCU News Now.
And I'm Julia Zaninovich. Campus had a lot going on this week, starting with a shocking win over the OU Sooners. The TCU Horned Frogs upset the 4th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners Saturday afternoon. TCU won 37-33 with a game-winning touchdown in the 4th quarter. This is the first time TCU has beat Oklahoma since 2005. The now 9th-ranked Frogs will take on 5th-ranked Baylor this weekend in Waco.
Students got front row seats to platinum record R&B artist Jason Derulo Sunday night in the campus commons.
Hannah Johannes joins us live in the newsroom with the story.
Thanks, Julia. This weekend, the Horned Frogs celebrated a big win in football with a highly anticipated concert featuring Jason Derulo. I was there to get a closer look.
I'd like to introduce to you the one and only Jason Derulo!
The campus commons came to life Sunday night. TCU Student Government Association created a different vibe for this year's fall concert.
We thought Jason Derulo was going to be an artist that was going to be popular with all the students. Also, we think that Jason appeals to a broader audience of our students.
Rapper Luke Christopher opened for platinum recording artist Jason Derulo. An estimated 5,000 people filled the commons to watch Derulo perform. I spoke with several students to see how long they had been waiting.
Since 3 o'clock, so 4.5 hours.
Derulo performed over 15 songs and had a twerk contest. 6 women were chosen from the crowd to join Derulo and his dancers on stage. The loudest cheers from the audience determined the 3 winners who got the chance to meet Derulo and get an autograph.
He was willing to talk to us about anything. He smelled so good. He had this nice cologne on. It was just amazing.
Students who attended the concert said they liked the change of location and performer.
I thought it was wonderful, very entertaining. I had a great time. I'm glad it's back in the commons. I like that they switched it up because the past couple years it's been country, so I really enjoyed Jason. It was fun, yeah.
Students weren't the only ones enjoying themselves.
The energy was just crazy. Like I said, it's unexplainable. Honestly, one of the best crowds, like literally.
Derulo showed love to his crowd by ending the concert in a TCU jersey and throwing up the Horned Frog sign. Greeting his fans until the very end, Derulo took selfies with students as he walked to his car.
Say go, Frogs! Say go, Frogs!
Jason Derulo is getting ready for the U.S. leg of his tour starting on October 15th in Royal Oak, Michigan. Back to you guys at the desk.
Student Body President Cody Westfall wrote a letter to the editor for TCU 360 after Sunday's Jason Derulo concert. The letter addresses some of the sexual connotations in his lyrics.
The letter is getting a lot of attention from students. Here are some of their reactions.
It's not necessarily centered around Jason Derulo specifically, but it can be applied to a lot of other genres that TCU has had come to our concerts before.
The main issues is that in the music industry there's a large population of women objectifying other women, and so songs like Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, if you watch that music video, there's no way that you can watch it and say, oh, she's just, expressing her sexuality.
A new club on campus is still accepting new members. TCU Dance Marathon will hold a dance event to raise money for Cook Children's Hospital. Participants will dance for 12 hours nonstop in the Blue Ballroom from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. on February 21st. Dance Marathon coordinators say they want the event to become an annual tradition at TCU.
Dance Marathon funds will go into our unrestricted fund, so a lot of the times that's the greatest need of the medical center at that time.
I love being able to see the kids be comforted or supported in another way outside of just within the hospital and medical care, being able to actually see that they enjoy having fun outside of the hospital even though they do have an illness.
Another club on campus is making a splash. Molly Spain has the story.
Thanks, guys. The team may not be new to campus this year, but they are new to the competition. TCU's rowing club just competed and placed in its first regatta since becoming an organization. They practice 6 days a week, 3 days of land, and 3 days of water practice. Now TCU's new rowing club just competed in its first regatta, head of the Brazos, in Waco. Though many of the 19 members are inexperienced with the sport, one member said the race went well.
So the men's double took first place, and then the women's double took third place. But it turned out pretty well. I thought we had a good race.
TCU Rowing Club operates as an affiliate of the Fort Worth Rowing Club. President of the Fort Worth Club, Bridget Guccione, said they are excited to work with the students.
Over the last few weeks, they've really developed nicely. So I think by wintertime, we'll be able to have some very good training so that they can compete in the spring.
TCU Rowing Club President Rachel Bynum said she wants to slowly incorporate regattas for members who have never raced before.
Well, my goal with this regatta was mostly just to get people out into that sort of environment again, like the racing environment, and kind of give them a reason to go to practice and to work hard for the goal of competing and doing well in races.
The club will compete in at least one more regatta this semester. The TCU Rowing Club plans to compete next in the Head of the Colorado in Austin on October 25th. They hope to race more boats and teammates. I'm Molly Spain, back to you guys at the desk.
A new meditation class on campus will take place every Tuesday this semester in Jarvis Hall. The class will start at 11:30 in the Multi-Faith Prayer Room on the first floor. Director of Transfer Admissions Amanda Nickerson led the first class last week. She said the fact that the class is open to faculty and staff, as well as students, is what makes it different from other meditation groups on campus. The class is free to attend and no sign-up is required. The TCU Counseling and Mental Health Center is offering free depression screenings to students this Friday. The screenings will be held from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in front of the Clark Brothers statue near the entrance of the Mary Couts Burnett Library. The screening consists of a 9-question survey and should take about 3 minutes. The screening is not used to diagnose depression, but rather look for signs to see if further evaluation would be helpful.
Co-president of TCU's To Write Love on Her Arms, Alec Mothershed, says he encourages people to go to the depression screenings. To Write Love on Her Arms is a national nonprofit that works to help those affected by depression-related issues. TCU members of the organization offer advice to students seeking help for a friend who may be depressed or suicidal.
Always beyond important, you do need to ask them the direct question, are you thinking about killing yourself?
Go to the counseling center with them to make that appointment.
If you try to talk to your friend and they aren't really taking it, I would suggest, honestly, to back away a little bit.
A lot of people who are thinking about killing themselves may find loopholes if you try and beat around the bush.
Try to get in contact with a family member, maybe their parent or a brother.
Making sure that they feel like they're not alone, I think, is key.
TCU's Harris School of Nursing is holding a free flu shot clinic at the rec center until 4 p.m. today. Students who attend have a chance to win a gift basket that includes a football autographed by Coach Gary Patterson, tickets to the TCU versus OSU game with a parking pass, and access to a mystery private club.
The Student Journal 1147 will celebrate its 10th anniversary next semester. The publication will release a special edition of its Journal of the Arts. All students can submit their creative work. The journal will also feature poetry, scripts, stories, paintings, and drawing from previous editions of the journal. Students must upload their creative work to 1147's website by October 10th. The reduction of study spaces in the library is making the loud section too loud for many students. Some students say the smaller size of the loud section is making it difficult to focus on their work. In order to help students drown out the noise, the library is offering free earplugs to students. The current library renovations will add more places for students to study. They are expected to be completed in the fall of 2015. And noise isn't the only violation.
That's right, alcohol violations and burglaries are on the rise on campus. According to annual security and fire safety reports, on-campus liquor law violations rose 31% between 2011 and 2013. The violations rose from 539 to 708. On-campus burglaries doubled as well. Burglaries rose from 12 to 26 during the time period. The report was released by the TCU Police Department and was emailed to all students and faculty. TCU Police invited students to join them at Union Grounds yesterday for National Night Out. The event is designed to increase drug and crime prevention awareness. It also aims to improve relationships between police and communities. The Fort Worth Police and Fire Department showed their support by stopping by the event last night. Students had the opportunity to ask any questions regarding personal safety and crime prevention.
TCU is adding a little more variety when it comes to what students eat on campus and how they pay for it. Joey McReynolds has the story.
A new multi-purpose facility will bring meals to students in the spring, and Housing and Residence Life is adding a new meal plan to match. A Flex 7 plan will be available to students next semester. It will cost the same as the current Flex 12 plan, but exchange Market Square meal swipes for Campus Cash and Frog Bucks.
This venue down here will be a primarily Campus Cash Frog Bucks venue. It won't be a Market Square where you swipe in and eat whatever you want.
The facility brings with it an added convenience, 4 eating options, and a dining hall that will be closest to students living in a growing Worth Hills community. Some students who live there say they will likely switch to the new meal plan.
I totally see myself switching because, I mean, even now I only go to the Blue a few times a week because it's just so far away and my car is even closer than the Blue.
The new meal plan will only be available to second-year students and higher, meaning first-year students living in Worth Hills will still have to make the walk.
One reason for limiting the new meal plan to second-year students and up is to continue using Market Square as a community builder on campus. According to Housing and Residence Life, the vision for the Blue is to continue using it as the central location for students living on campus.
Students come here to meet their needs, like for eating and dining, but as you can see, there's a lot more going on. It's really where people gather, it's where they meet their friends, it's kind of the place to be seen.
And students will continue to gather there, at least until the new building is finished come January. Joey McReynolds, TCU News Now.
The 4 dining options in the new facility will consist of a Tex-Mex option, a grill, a bistro, and a grab-and-go market. That wraps up this edition of TCU News Now.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.